Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's coverage of the Full Throttle Sim Racing Points Truck Series here on Full Throttle Television. My name is Bertie Hanna, and in the booth with me tonight is Richie Coy. And Richie, we are at an old favorite of the drivers here tonight, Atlanta Motor Speedway, but not the Super Speedway, the old 2008 track, the worn-out track that everybody seemed to love to drive. Looking forward to it tonight. Should see a lot of great racing action from these guys here in the Sim Racing Points Truck Series.
Yeah, so I'm a little confused on what we're going to call this tonight, whether it's the old Atlanta or whatever, the quad over Atlanta. But this track had a lot of character, very old pavement, lot of tire wear. So I expect to see a lot of cool 2-3 wide action tonight here at this track.
Yeah, absolutely. This is one of the tracks I talked about the drivers loving to drive. It's because you can move around on this track. You got the high line, you got the low line. Tires wear out, tires matter, saving tires matters. All that stuff comes into play here tonight. It's a driver's racetrack, and boy, do we have some drivers to show up here tonight to see who can take the top spot in race number 2 of the playoffs, too. Let's look at our schedule here for the C season and for the playoffs for the Sim Racing Points Truck Series. We are at Atlanta, the old Atlanta. We go to Bristol next week. I'm looking forward to that one, too. That's always a fun one. Then we head to New Hampshire. A lot of unique tracks on this schedule as we head into this 10-race stretch.
Yeah, these guys are going to be, especially over the playoffs, for the playoffs, these guys are going to be all over the place with short tracks, the 1.5 miles. So we got a flat track at New Hampshire. And then we go towards the end where we get a super speedway and another short track. So these guys are going to be really pushed to the limit. They're going to have to really work every week to be good in order to continue to move on, unless you get that lucky ticket punched by winning a race in a round.
Speaking of the playoffs, looking at the playoffs, Nicholas Moreau continues to hold a very hefty lead here. Didn't have the greatest of races last week at Darlington, but managed to hold on for a top 10 finish. Did a good job there. Jonathan Atkins in second. These guys just looking to move on to the next round, just have a solid run. Some of these guys had a really good run at Darlington. They could kind of lean on that. Some of these guys, though, back there in the back, they need a rebound from Darlington in order to get above that cutoff line.
Yeah, and the stats there are a little deceiving. Nicholas has got such a big lead on everybody that it makes everybody look like they're a mile apart. But there's only 2 points between Wyatt Huntley and David Nestor for that cut line, and Tony's only 5 back. So there's plenty of opportunity to move up and down in the points above and below the cut line. So every single stage point is going to definitely matter as we go through every race here.
And looking at the C season points, we have that going on as well for this C season. A lot of these guys not in the playoffs looking to make a mark in the C season standings. And you see Justin Gann, our winner from last week, top of the board, had a really good run last week at Darlington. And I think, admittedly, they even admitted that the strategy kind of fell in their lap last week. This is another worn-out track just like Darlington. I look for him to be fast tonight as well.
Yeah, he put on a pretty good race last week, and you're right. Sometimes that happens where the strategy falls into your lap, and it does make the race a whole lot easier. But other times you really got to work for it, and I think he's going to have to work for it tonight. We got a lot of good stiff competition in here, and just looking through our 39 truck field here, it's just stacked with talent.
Yeah, looking at quickly at our race info. I can get that pulled up for you here. Again, this quad oval, Atlanta Motor Speedway, the old Atlanta that everybody's so familiar with and used to. There it is. Similar 1 and 2 versus 3 and 4, but you could even see some guys run maybe the top of 1 and 2, bottom of 3 and 4. I've seen that a lot in practice. Again, a lot of ways to move around at this track, and these guys are going to have to figure that out tonight.
Yep, absolutely. And I know one truck we're going to see up top probably pretty early is the 97 of Brendan Elder. He loves that high side, so I expect to see him and others up there.
Got a good starting spot for Brandon as well, so look forward to seeing what he can do there. So that's going to we got 130 laps, and I do want to mention 130 laps. The stage is at lap 40. So those guys will be racing to 40 to start with, and then 130 to end the race. That will require a pit stop in that second stage, where those guys will have to figure out when and how to do that, and maybe multiple just because of the tire wear. We could really see that happening there as well. But these guys are starting to grid up here on pit road. Let's go to our starting lineup tonight for the Atlanta 200. On pole. Picking up where he left off from last week, Justin Gann is going to grab the pole in the number 30 Chevrolet. To his outside is newcomer Jerry Cochran in the number 92. Starting P3, you talked about the high side hustler. I think somebody else has already got that name, but we'll watch him on the high side tonight. That's Brandon Elder in the number 97. And Brendan Polk's going to be starting on the inside, your B season champion. Starting in 5th is going to be Jacob Quill in the number 79. To his outside is going to be James Morris back in the number 88 Toyota. Starting P7 is going to be Nicholas Moreau, your playoff leader. And to his outside in 8th is going to be Michael Blackner in the number 22. Starting P9 is going to be Wyatt Huntley in the 03. And to his outside, that is the 10 of Ryan Chapman.
Ben Tracy takes over the 11, or starts from the 11th spot in the 03, with Aaron Satcher in the 33 to his outside in 12th. Another newcomer, Johnny Nix. Johnny Nix is in the number 4, starting 13th with Cameron Albertson in the 78 to his outside in 14th. Barry Kramer in a new number this season. He's in the number 44, and he'll be starting from the 15th spot with Marshall Johnson in the 9, starting 16th. Lewis Meglin in our ever-present STP truck in number 43 will start 17th with Chris Gore to his outside in number 89. JP Burns starts 19th tonight in the number 99 with Clark Gennikin in 20th in the 27th.
Starting 21st as they move around here, Lewis Meglin.
You want me to take that? Because mine's not moving. 21st will be William Lark. TJ Bartel is 22nd. Donnie Batty. He told us how to say it, and we keep screwing it up. We'll work on that. But Donnie starts 23rd. Joshua O'Connor in the 59 starts 24th. Jonathan Atkins 25th. Grant Robichaux 26th. Wayne Garassi 27th. Tony Solari 28th. Noah Nicholson 29th. Robert Malukian 30th. Marty Robinson 31st, Dave Nestor 32nd, Wyatt Winterfeld 33rd, Hayden James, Peyton Johnson, Alan Duranco, Casey McMullen, Chad Curran, and Corey Atkins round out your 39 truck field.
39 trucks is a lot to get to.
I wanted to get there for the green.
Well, we barely did as the pace car's going to pull off. We're going to get in the restart zone, get ready to go. Green flag racing here at Atlanta. The green flag is out.
Off they go into turn 1 side by side.
Jerry Cochran trying to hang on.
Almost 3 wide.
Yeah, he's trying to hang on the outside. Couldn't quite do it there. He's going to lose a couple positions here as Jacob Quill darts out to P2.
Notable, I just noticed that the 97 is coming off the pit road, so our third place starter missed the start and started from pit road. So put Brandon Elder way behind. It also looks like James Morris also started from pit road.
Yeah, I think Morris had some issues, though. He stopped on the track and went to pit road. So, unfortunately, it looks like he's going to be there. You see Justin Gann trying to move around as they come up on the lap truck right now. Justin Gann moving around trying to block that run from Jacob Quill and or Jerry Cochran. And Jacob Quill actually moving to the outside. Caution is out.
I'm looking at the 65 possibly involved All right, so how did Donnie say to pronounce his last name? It was
Batiste.
We've been calling him Batiste. Okay, that's it. Donnie Batiste. I do believe Donnie was involved.
All right, well, let's see what happened here. To bring out our best one tire auto care instant replay. First caution of the night. Watching Batiste here coming through the corner. 3 wide. Little contact with the car on the outside. Oh, almost up and over. But they both continue on amazingly. But let's see what truck that was. They got
that was. So you had 57 of Jonathan Atkins is the one on the bottom, and TJ Bartel on the 28 was the one on the outside that almost went over. TJ and that new Bass Tracker Boats paint scheme he's got going on there.
Switch that again. He got a lot of air. He got turned around there. Thought he was going to go up and over. Up on top of the wall. But they both, I don't know how he saved that. He was up on the wall and got it turned back straight.
And I don't think he's got a lot of damage. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm looking at his truck. I don't see any bent corners or nothing.
Shot on board with Donnie. He took a wild ride there. And just 3 wide there. 1 car low, 1 car high. Just kind of run out of room there. So 28 goes up the track. Yeah, he's up on top of the wall. I don't think he's got much damage either. I mean, really.
Yeah, he's actually already off pit road. He went down pit road, got his damage done. He's already heading back out on the racetrack. So, are we sure that's not a Ford? Because it looked like one tough truck there.
Built Ford tough in the Chevrolet there. But we got our playoff banners out there too, by the way. Everybody watching, you got the blue spoiler and the blue, what is that? The sunshade or whatever on the front. Windshield, the windshield banner.
The
so
banner?
you can
banners.
you can pick out the playoff drivers with that blue sim racing points on the windshield banner and on the spoiler. You can see those guys, and TJ being one of those playoff drivers really doesn't want to see want to have any issues tonight, because he's one of the guys that talked about that needs to kind of rebound from Darlington.
Yeah, and like I said, the points are still very tight though, so nobody's out of it yet. Everybody's still right around each other. So even having that bad night at Darlington, nobody's out yet.
I still can't believe he saved that. That was pretty wild. That was a wild ride.
We should ask him. We should ask TJ if he's got his pilot license, because he flew that truck very well.
Yeah, he did. And again, like I said, the truck looks pretty good shape. So
got some new guys out there in chat. We got a new guy in the field tonight. Wyatt Winterfell. He's out there with 2 new race fans. Welcome aboard. We got somebody rooting for Cameron. And then we got Keith Hume out there saying good luck to O'Connor. Reminder: C-Rex hit brakes. So I kind of like that reminder. And yes, Winterfield survived. The only 2 people involved in that incident was the 65 and the 28. So sorry, go ahead.
No. Pace car is pulling off. We're getting back in the restart zone. See if Justin Gann can hold off Jacob Quill. Green flag is out. We are racing once again.
I'm wondering if he's going to go right back to the very top, because he was running that top before the caution came out. But nope, bottom this time.
They're back through 1 and 2 on the bottom. You got to get those trucks wound up as they do so down the backstretch. Cochran and Quill looking to make a move. Here comes Quill to the inside.
Yeah, it's side by side going into 1. Is he going to be able to get the run off, or is he going to get loose? And looks like the top's getting a very good run, and the 30 will continue to lead.
He's able to pull back in front of Jacob there on the front stretch there. Cochran settling in, but you see the 2 distinct lines through 1 and 2 versus 3 and 4. We're going to see that all night.
I hope so, because that's going to make some really good racing. As there is just a gaggle of trucks back in the pack. 2, 3 wide. That's the way it should be.
Down the front stretch they come, kind of snaking through. And even the front stretch is going to be a challenge for these guys, as the older tires, you'll start to spin your tires down the front stretch. Those rear tires will not want to hook up, and the back stretch even could be a problem, even though it's straight.
Yeah, the front stretch gets really kind of tight too, so 2 wide shouldn't be an issue going down the front stretch, but 3 wide could be kind of sketchy as we get later in the run, as we have the 02 of Wyatt Huntley up on the outside, going by the 10 of Ryan Chapman. The 71 of Brendan Polton is already pulled up alongside of the 15, so he's working on his 3rd car in 1 lap here on the outside.
Working that outside lane. You see he's able to make that work, roll a little more speed through the corner, and get a good run off. And he's going to take that position. Actually going to take it from Jerry Cochran as well, as he pulls up on the back of Quill and goes to the inside.
Wow, he's had one hell of a lap. 4 cars in 1 lap, working on his 5th. I got Michael Blackner back there trying to do the same thing as he's working the outside of Nicholas Moreau.
This is definitely going to be about tire management too, though. Those guys gotta watch those tires. You want to get track position, but you got to watch your tires as well. It's such a balancing act, and one I'm really not good at. But it's a balancing act to take care of those tires, but go forward.
Yeah, it is, and it's your goal is to not let other guys drive your truck, and what I mean by that is that don't let them push you further than you want to run those tires. As Wyatt is now working on the outside of the 79 for second, as the 92 has moved up in front of Michael Blackner, and we're 2 wide for second and 2 wide for third and fourth, or fourth and fifth.
Yeah,
And I'm still curious to see what happens with these guys that are running up hot top, if they have more tire wear than the guys running on the bottom.
And you saw Cochran touch the wall there off turn 2. And Michael Blackner actually goes to the bottom following Nicholas Moreau.
Well, if you can't get it up top, go down bottom. But they are 2 by 2. It looks like they're starting a race here again, as everybody is side by side here. Are we sure we're on the old Atlanta? Because this is what the new Atlanta looks like.
Oh, yeah. For now.
For now, yeah, for now.
Somebody working the really top side there in a red truck. Is that Jonathan Atkins? I believe it is.
It is, yes.
Oh, 3 wide. 3 wide is tight on the bottom with the 10 of Ryan Chapman right on the door of the guy on the, and a little touch on the on Jonathan Atkins coming off the corner.
Jonathan running that what I like to call the grandstands line, because he's working at high side.
Really is. 3 wide still with the 10 of Chapman. Who's on the inside?
That's the
Cameron
78.
Albertson. Yeah.
It's the 78. Now he's moved up. Now he's outside of the 33. But now Ryan Chapman. Contact!
Contact with Aaron Satcher. Satcher saves it, though, amazingly down the front stretch. He hangs on to it.
Yeah, Ryan was transitioning from the middle of that 3 wide and moved down to try to get underneath, and there was just some contact made there.
So side by side, Brendan Polt, Jonathan Atkins still racing right there. Jerry Cochran in front of them, but we still got a battle for second now as Nicholas Moreau looking to the inside of Wyatt Hundley.
The Truckmaster is making his way to the front, slowly and methodically, like he does every week.
Meanwhile, Justin Gann continuing to lead. He's moved to the very top as these guys are in the bottom and the middle behind him.
And Michael Blackner touches the wall as he's heading outside of the 79, going down the backstretch. He takes over. Where is he? He was fourth. Meanwhile, Justin Gann just out there enjoying life.
Riding on board with Michael Blackner, looking forward at our battle for second as Nicholas Moreau continues to try to make that bottom work on the inside of Wyatt Hundley.
Man, I'm watching Atkins, man. He is up on the outside. I'm wondering if he thinks he's still at Darlington.
Of course, I go to him.
Now he's on the bottom. He's in the bottom. Of course he does. We got some action behind them with the 27 of Clark Gennican making his way forward from his 20th position, starting position.
Yeah, on the inside of the second with Polt behind him. But, Chapman looking to the outside.
3 wide, 3 wide.
He loves going 3 wide, doesn't he?
It seems like all the 3 wide calls so far has been with the 10 involved. But they all make it through, clear out, and look to move on here.
We'll call him Hurricane Chapman.
I'm just going to call him Ryan.
You see him right on the back bumper of the 4 of Nicks there, Joni Nicks.
Is that Johnny or Joni?
I was looking at that. Johnny would be me. Yeah, that's what I would say, Johnny. So we're going to call him Johnny.
All right, it's Johnny until we hear otherwise. And if anybody knows in chat, feel free to correct us. Absolutely. We make mistakes all the time. So Wyatt Hundley has distanced himself from Moreau, and they're both kind of catching the 30 here. And if you watch, and I'm sure they'll prove me wrong, but they're all 3 running 3 completely different lines. Yeah. Moreau's in the bottom, Huntley's in the middle, and Justin's way up top.
And Justin's way on the bottom. You're right.
I told you they would just totally prove me wrong.
But this is this is one of those tracks you're going to get a variety, and you're going to move around throughout the race as well.
Well, most people do. I don't.
Got issue with Johnny Nix.
Oh, yeah, he's down in the inside there.
Well, he's still trying to hang on to it. We saw it last week. Hang on to it. Stay off the track. And he
looks
does.
Like he is. Yeah, he looks like he's. Wow, he went from the top. He got loose. It looks like.
Yeah, we'll go back. Looks like
he got in the wall. Yeah, he hit the wall and came down.
See a replay here and see what happened here. Putting up turn 4. Looks like he's racing with some guys with Jonathan Atkins there. Coming off the corner, touches the wall, comes across the front of somebody, goes, almost gets a little air through the grass. Tries to save it, tries to stay off pit road, and does, but it's a wild ride through the infield.
Keith Hume has said that it's Johnny. It's just spelled Jonny. So
somebody forgot an H. So he gets loose. Now he goes riding across the infield. And that is a wild ride, especially here at the old Atlanta. Those transitions for the cutoff roads are pretty rough.
Yeah, he did. He actually did a really good job of it, because if you slide down there and hit pit road, you get a penalty.
Yeah,
if you slide down there and hit that cone, you get a penalty, and he missed all that.
Then Tracy going backwards here into turn 3. He's up into the wall now in 3 and 4. Something happened to him.
But see, I went right to. You said Ben Tracy. I went right to the 33. He's not in the 33.
He's still going back. Something happened. About a lap. So we can go back and see what happened. Oh, he's already having issues. I'm not really sure. The handling went away or what?
He got in behind Ryan Chapman and got really loose and went all the way down to the inside retaining wall, lost 2 spots there. Then he came back up on the racetrack slower, which made Noah Nicholson and everybody catch him. So just getting a little bit loose, but Ryan Chapman seems to be the magnet tonight. Not that he's doing really anything wrong. He just everything's happening around Ryan Chapman tonight.
Mr. Excitement. Is that a better nickname?
Absolutely. There you go. He's got that brand new golden paint scheme, so I guess he's just trying to make it all nice and golden shiny, making sure it's on the broadcast tonight.
I don't know. Do you want to be Jimmy Spencer or Carson Hocevar? It's your choice.
Oh my God, that's not much of a choice. Can I take option 3? None of the above?
Boy, they are ripping that top right now. It's, Brendan Poltz up there, Cameron Albertson up there, and Ryan Chapman wiggling down the backstretch.
Wiggle it just a little bit, Ryan.
You were going to say more broadcast tonight. I'd let you do the national anthem.
It just happened.
Ooh, he is sliding around.
Anthem. I do the national anthem worse than Roseanne Barr did, and that's not something you want.
And I'm sure he's not the only one sliding around. All these guys are going to be struggling for grip the longer we go into this run. And we have a yellow.
Oh, we do. Oh, it's Mr. Tracy.
He is on the apron. We'll have to go back and see what happened tonight. Our best one time on a carry instant replay for the second caution involving Ben Tracy. Oh! He just wrecks it down the front stretch.
Yeah, when I originally saw it, I thought maybe the 59 got into him, but it looks like he got loose and came down into the 59, which goes to what you were saying. Oh, and Dave Nestor with a big miss. But that goes to what you were saying before about how the front stretch can be treacherous as you get on old tires.
Russell doing a good job to miss it there. Let's see if we can get back and see if he had issues coming off the corner first. Well, let's not that far back, but backing it up here. 3 and 40 on the top side.
Oh, he hit the wall.
And that's what I figured. Hit the wall, goes straight down the straightaway, and then just turns left on the straight and wrecks.
Yeah, it looks like I said, it looks like he just got loose. after he hit the wall. But tough break for the Dunkin' Donut machine, or at least the Dunkin' machine of Ben Tracy there. I believe everybody came to pit road.
I don't think everybody did they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody did.
Okay, because I'm just now catching up. Jacob Quill, did he come back to pit road to top off?
Actually, now that I'm looking at it, not everybody did go to the pit.
I didn't think so, but Jacob Quill did. He's going to be one of the first guys off pit road. So he is decided to stop here, get those tires. Marty Roberts, Tony Solari, Wyatt Winterfield, Donnie Batiste, and Casey McMullen, along with TJ Bartell, probably getting some more damage fixed. All come to pit road there, but they're the only ones.
So Jacob Quill, this is his first race, and I'm wondering if he's aware that there's only 3 sets of tires. So if he takes a set now and doesn't take it at the stage, or takes one now and takes one at the stage, he may be short some tires towards the end of the race if we have a late race caution. But if he did take tires, he's going to come through the field like gangbusters.
Yeah, he's hoping for a green flag run in that second stage, so those guys don't have a tire advantage. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, he's gonna be extremely fast right now and able to come through the field.
So let's see. So he came out. I'm looking on my. He's 79, right? Oh, he's way back. Back. Jacob Quill's in 28th position right now.
Yeah. A lot of spots to make up, but all those fresher tires are really going to help out.
Yeah, because they're going to be slipping and sliding all over the place in front of him. So this ought to be interesting. And he's got 11 laps to do it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be 10 at the green. We'll see if he can work his way through traffic, but that's a lot of traffic to work through, and you got to worry about running into somebody. Last thing you need is a caution, so don't cause one.
Personally, if I had pitted at this point, I'd run around for the next 10 laps in the back.
All right, let's
flip the stage.
Let's watch this restart. These old tires, see if they can get the power down here in the restart zone. Green flag is out, and boy, are they slipping and sliding around. That's exactly what I was worried about.
The O2 just completely spun the tires. Lost a ton of spots.
Yeah, we got guys all over. We got
Caution.
There you go.
Do not have who the caution was.
Well, Johnny Nix went off track again. He's around in turn 1.
He is.
Go back and see where it points us. That's one tired auto curious a replay on the restart. Oh, was that there was a checkup, and is that the 30? Is that Ben Tracy again? Through the back of the 4?
So was it Ben Tracy in the back of the 4? Yeah, I think so. But the checkup was for Brandon Elder.
On the restart again?
So
looks like somebody had an issue.
Wow,
there's
a whole mess going on here. So I got the 18 sideways, which I think is the first issue.
Yes, and somebody gets in the back of 97, who just nails that inside wall, and then Ben Tracy gets in the back of the 4. So yeah, a lot of issues, and again, old tires on these restarts. I was worried about them getting hooked up here, and looks like it seems to be the issue.
So the 18 came in behind the 43, but he also, wow, all right, we go back and further. The 1 of Corey Atkins hits the wall coming in for the restart. As that happens, the 18 moves out of line to go 3 wide and then spins. People check up behind it. The 97 checks up. He gets hit, and then everything ensues. So, yeah, that was kind of pandemonium there. So cars everywhere. I think the 97 might be done.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's done. I saw smoke coming from the engine there. He's nosed it into the inside wall,
which is completely unfortunate. He had a good qualifying. He was coming back from the back of the pack, making his way forward. Old tires, man. Old tires on a slippery old racetrack.
Well, they're going to get to try it again. As we get to one to go, we're going to get another restart here in.
I'll tell you, the big benefactor on that one was Jonathan Atkins. He's all the way up to second now. Quite the opposite of Ryan Huntley, who's all the way back to sixth after that restart.
Yeah, a couple of teammates there. Jacob Quill in 23rd. Where did he start? 27th?
28th, I think.
So about 5 positions. But if we keep getting these restarts, he's going to run out of time.
But he could flip the script or flip the stage and have fresher tires and then not have to pit the stage. So
yeah, if I race it, work
he's not
that
running
way.
for points. That's true. We'll have 50 lap old tires at the end of 5 laps.
I mean, right around here,
right,
on the track, even not at speed, is going to take some life out of that tire, take the shine off. Yeah, pace car's going to head off into pit road here. We're going to get a restart on lap 33. We have about 7 laps of racing, and then everybody will come get their tires. Let's see what happens here on this restart. Green flag is out. Let's see.
All right, looks like the leader's got away much better this particular time. See if everybody else gets through it.
Everybody's on track still. Heading into turn 1, trying to get the trucks up to speed. Gann up top. Here comes Cochran on the bottom.
Yeah, Cochran shot the second that time, and he's looking. Man, these trucks are all over the place. This is going to be a fun second half, I can tell you that. Back into the inside.
Here comes Cochran to the bottom. Nicholas Murray right on the line there behind him on the bottom in third. See what happens as we go off into turn 1.
Ryan Chapman making moves on the bottom too, moving up here into fourth.
Wrapping that top and get to run off the corner as they head down the backstretch. Cochran's going to slide in line, but here comes Moreau.
Moreau even hit the wall coming out of 2 there and still had enough juice to make it underneath the 92. Is he going to be able to pull this off coming off the corner? The high side prevails again.
Cochran back to second. Moreau to third. Under fire from Jonathan Atkins, who goes to the bottom.
They seem like they can get really into the corner, especially in 1 and 2, but they lose all that momentum going down the backstretch. It looks like
that Brennan Polt almost up into Michael Blackner there, coming off the corner. He hangs on to it.
Got JP Burns and Corey Atkins back there. There's trucks everywhere. Jonathan's trying on that bottom. He gets in middle really good, but he just can't get off the corner as good as the guys on the outside.
Yeah, they get that launch off the corner. See, racing side by side with Ryan Chapman there.
I'm watching Tony Solari 4 wide. Underneath, now he's underneath Brendan Polt. Here comes some new tires.
That's those fresh tires. Got Jacob Quill behind him, a wreck behind him. Big
JP
wreck.
Burns, we got a car on his side.
Caution is out, and that will do it for the stage. That'll be it.
Wow, that was a hit.
Let's go back and look at our best one tire and on the care. Instant replay. 4 wide coming off the corner. Just not enough room. Corey Atkins right there. Yeah, you're right. Who was that on their side there?
That's the 27 of Clark Gennigan.
Had somebody come in there late and hit JP as well. Let's look at that one more time here.
I thought JP might have touched the wall coming out of 4 there.
Clark turned right into the wall by J.P. Burns. Hard hit. This night's probably over.
Ooh, and that was Donnie Batiste that got into the JP there late. So yeah, you got the 79 and 11 coming through with new tires. Tony made it 4 wide. The 79 comes down to follow Tony, and the 99 bounces off the wall, comes down into the 1, and turns to 27. Crazy. Crazy.
Do we dare to ride with 27 here?
Hold on to your lunch bags. I say do it.
He almost visited the crowd there. Want to get a seat in the stands. That's 2 or 3 times we've seen cars get a little air here. So, you know, this is not a super speedway at Atlanta, but I honestly feel like they're probably going a little bit faster than they would at the restricted Atlanta anyway.
I don't know. It's just so different. I don't even want to talk about it. Let's let the new Atlanta lie. Let's deal with where we're at now. So Jacob Quill did not pit again and has taken over the lead.
He did not pit that time by. I don't think Corey Atkins pitted either, but he's
he did pit.
Oh.
Yeah, he did. I don't know if he got a penalty or whatnot, but he pitted, saying he's coming out in pits. Yes. I'm wondering if he just got fuel only or if he got tires.
He's coming back in.
Oh, he missed his pit.
Well, that would explain it. That's going to put Justin Gann with those fresher tires right on the back bumper of Jacob Quill, though.
Oh, poor Corey. It's gone from bad to worse because he came in again and missed his pit the second time, but this time he backed up at least.
Somebody needs to get out there with those airplane, whatever they use to direct the airplane.
the sticks, the orange sticks.
Yeah.
Over here.
Right here.
You know, it's that always happens when you go from bad to worse on pit road like that, because you get flustered and then you go and it just. I've done that where you go back, forward, and it's very frustrating.
Well, you still got 32 trucks running. He's got plenty of traffic to try to fight through to get back up front. But if you can make passes anywhere, you can make passes here if you've got fresh tires. We'll see if he can work his way back through. So finishing up the stage here at Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the stage results were. We should have done that before they pitted. We were too busy looking at the
Will came home with the win there in the stage, so we'll see. He's got his old tires. Jacob Quill out front, hoping, you know, it's not very old, but still got a few laps. Hopefully he can get the power down without issue here as we get the green flag. He launches, and we're back racing here at Atlanta.
Yeah, he takes off great with them a little bit older tires. Only about 12 laps older. Is there too wide behind him? 1930, kind of leaving off where they left off at the end of the stage.
Yeah, Cochran trying to get that lead from Gann here early on. Try to jump out front and control this race. If they can get around Quill's going to take the bottom.
Yeah, the 30 goes right back to the high side and high, wide, and I forget what the damn thing. And now he goes to the bottom. These guys like to make me look a little bit. Put the 30 back to the lead. I wouldn't have thought the 12 laps, especially since most of that was caution. But the 79 getting passed by both the 30 and the 92 in that corner, and looks like the 15's going by right now too.
Oh, I knew it would make a difference. This is just like Darlington. If you could roll the tires to the garage, and they would wear. So.
Rolling them over the wall, it's an automatic loss of grip. Yeah, there's Moreau to the outside of 92.
It's not a lie. I heard stories before, and I'm sure this is true, that some of the team owners were telling, see, who was in the wall back there?
That was Moreau. Yeah. Nicholas up in the wall.
But going back to that, the team owners would actually tell people at Darlington, they'd tell their guys handling the tires, hey, carry the tires, or put them on do not roll them across the garage. Pick them up or put them on a dolly.
That wouldn't surprise me. A lot of superstition at Darlington and in racing in general.
Well, it's not superstition. It's just keeping wear off the tires, keeping from taking the shine off the tires.
Moreau makes it past 92 after hitting the wall, and actually made it almost past. Oh, the 30 kind of cuts him off there.
Yeah, he tries to cover that, but the 15's still in there. Got his toes in the door.
He was there. Nicholas tried. He backed off though, but yeah, Nicholas fighting for the lead here.
Moving up to the front. 30 way to the top side. Here comes Moreau through the middle, trying to get a run off the corner.
This is the farthest I think we've seen anybody up on the 30 all night long here.
Does he go to the top? Nope, goes to the bottom. The 30 tries to pinch him down there as he runs the middle through 3 and 4. 30 just
still side by side. Man, that high side gets such a run.
You have to be disciplined. He goes to 15 to the bottom. He's nosed out ahead. He's going to slide up in front of him. Here comes the 30 back to the bottom.
Good move by the 30 to come back on that. And now the 15. Oh, I thought the 15 might try to still stay outside the 30. We got another crossover.
Here he comes to the bottom.
Crossover on the crossover.
He's going to slide him into one. He's got to run down the straightaway a little bit here. Is he going to try to slide up in front of him? Goes to the bottom, comes off the bottom just a little bit. Up the track they both go.
Yeah, the 30 went in a little lower that time. I think might have taken some air off the 15. But 30 back to the point and back down to the bottom. Meanwhile, these two are driving away from Ryan Chapman in third.
Right behind him, Will in the fifth, hanging on to the top 5 right now with those older tires. Marshall Johnson all over the back bumper. Marshall had a good run in there.
Marshall up in 6th. It's good to see him up there with his nice shiny Milwaukee truck there as he's looking underneath Quill down in the corner. Chapman up in front of Joey Cochran. The front's kind of calmed down a little bit.
Here comes the 9 Johnson back to the inside of Quill. Somebody decides to do with him in 3 here. Gets the power down off the corner and is able to clear him. So he'll move up into 5th spot.
Nice. Got a good one going. I'm looking back. I'm looking at the 59 and the 33 doing some major battling back there in the 14th and 15th spot. Slicing and dicing.
Being made all over the place. Wyatt Hunley to the inside of Quill now, as he's trying to make his way through. Jonathan Atkins already got the pass done. And was that Polk trying to push Wyatt Huntley as he home through.
Yeah, this is where you're going to start to see those tires, those 12-lap tires, really start to fade.
Well, we do have kind of a gaggle behind him as well. William Lark, Joshua O'Connor, got Tony Solari and Aaron Satcher all right there together.
Barry Kramer's there. Robert Malikian, the 76, is Wyatt Mintonfield. So yeah, there's a whole gaggle of cars here.
There's Malikian too. Good to have Malikian back after his computer issues. Well, he's had a year, has he not? He's had hand surgery. He's had computer issues. His wheel issues at one point, where his wheel, some of the prongs in the wheel broke. Like, it's been one thing after another.
Well, I wonder if when he went into hand surgery, if they didn't give him a bionic hand, and then he came back and broke his wheel with that bionic hand, and then he was working on his computer and probably shorted it out with that bionic hand. I don't know.
You know what? That logically it makes sense.
It does, doesn't it? Logically.
Maybe he could turn that in on his insurance or something. I don't know.
yeah, they're still high. They're going crazy out here. You got the 44, the 11, the 18. Oh, the 76 in the wall. Oh, the 88. There's a wreck. Backstretch.
Big wreck down the backstretch into turn 3. Several trucks involved. Grassi slides to a stop. Satcher, you talked about the 33 there. Who else was involved in that? James Morris, at least slow right there. I saw Meglin in the 43 in the middle of it.
Yeah, Meglin's in it. The 36, the 55. TJ missed it. Barely. I think that's it.
Let's get back and look at our best one tire. Oh, look here. Instant replay.
So it started with the 76.
Well, that is nuts. You're right. Let's try that again. So it was a Satcher.
No, it was the 76 and 76 and the 16 coming out of 2.
Ooh, 76 hits the wall in front of the. Let's go back and look at that. What just happened? Did he get loose?
He did, yeah. He was in front of Maliki and he comes off the corner. It looks like he gets a little loose, and then 60. And then the 88 didn't get a chance to check up, got in the back of him, and then it was on. But the 2 of Alan Durango, while the 7, they were side by side with the 7. While the 7 got into the wreck, the 2 was able to go by the wreck.
Yeah, let's run him over the 16. Calling Mr. Hand from Inspector Gadget. Isn't that the guy's name?
Mr. Hand?
Sounded right before I said it.
Huge mess. Trying to see who.
So that included
everybody.
About 5 trucks.
About 6 cars.
Yeah,
6 crooks.
Well.
So Jacob Quill stayed out. He did not pit again. So he's still on the set of tires that he put on lap 28.
He's trying to get back on strategy here for when these guys do pit. So he's hanging out there. I
believe so.
Again, this is going to be another restart with worn tires. We'll see if these guys can get that power down without going sideways. It's a struggle.
Yeah, this. You know, you kind of dread these restarts because of that, but you got to power through them and do what you can do.
Well, power through them. It's funny you say that. You got to manage that power. Be easy with that throttle on acceleration here. Let's see what happens here. As the pace car is going to pull off, we're going to get a good restart here. Green flag is out, and we're racing once again.
Nicholas did not get a good restart there. Put the 92 up in the second, and Jonathan Atkins looking to go outside of the 15 for third. So Nicholas falling from the front row all the way back to fourth here in that restart.
Well, one car way high. I think it's Jacob Quill way high on the outside there. Someone of Polton's by. Meanwhile, they are side by side for second as here comes Atkins. Actually, now it's for third. Atkins on the outside, the 15 of Nicholas Moreau on the inside.
Well, Jacob Quill is actually trying to make his way forward here. Past the 71 of Brendan Polt on them older tires.
I think Polt just got by here in the restart, so it's going to be an uphill battle to try to pass somebody with those newer tires.
Yeah, Polt was able to clear him in 1 and 2.
I'll tell you what, that 15 of Nicholas Moreau, he has been side by side with more trucks tonight than I think anybody else will be here. He's tried his best to make passes here. Now he's finding himself side by side with Ryan Chapman, who's trying to move forward.
Yeah, I was about to say, put Ryan Chapman on that list of side by side with the 15.
That's true too. We'll talk about him a lot, right?
But yeah, it just seems like guys are able to dive in and rotate the center, but you just can't get that power off the corner as Nicholas kind of hits the wall going in the turn, driving to the outside of the 15. Oh, sorry, the 57.
I was about to say he's passing himself.
He's passing himself. That's how good he is. He's out there passing himself. Back a little bit further, I'm looking at Noah Nicholson, the 78 of Cameron Albertson, 22 of Michael Blackner, and 02 of Wyatt Hundley going to town. They've caught Quill, and the whole mess is trying to get by Quill going down the backstretch.
This is fucking wide if I've ever seen one right here.
Meanwhile, back up front, Nicholas is outside of the 57 of Jonathan Atkins. There's just action everywhere. I'm just trying to bounce back and forth here.
Flashing up there. Is it Cochran?
Yes, the 92.
The leader just got the wall just a little bit through 1 and 2.
Ooh, got it again coming off. Tis but a flesh wound. Looks like everybody wants to go, but nobody has anywhere to go because everybody's running that high side. 92, I thought the 92 was going to have a shot to go outside the 30 going down their front stretch.
He's looking at it right on the back bumper of that 30 as he goes through 1 and 2. On the back stretch, here comes, I think Atkins was ducking outside, or ducking inside, nothing doing. He's back in line.
See, this is where the discipline comes in. If you're going to run the bottom, you run the bottom and let it come to you. And eventually, these guys on the outside, I think, will start to burn off their tires more. But nobody's committing to the bottom. Everybody's kind of staying towards the top here.
Sorry, so White Winterfield went off track and he's in the garage now, so looks like his night's over.
We got Marshall Johnson and Michael Blackner side by side behind Quill. That's back in 9th, 10th, and 11th.
We got issues back here behind us. Got a couple trucks through the grass. The 16 of Malikian. And I think it's Barry Kramer, but they keep it straight through the grass. I've seen some amazing saves tonight. And there's one once again with the 16 and the 44. Wow.
The 11 got the wall in front of Barry. I think Barry made an evasive maneuver thinking he was going to bounce off and got loose and came down into Malikian. But yeah, both of them bouncing through. Good saves by both.
That's amazing. That's rough through there. I can't believe they saved that. That's awesome. Good job, guys. And
doing a heck of a job.
Did you say the 11 hit the wall?
I did. Tony got in the wall right in front of the 44. And like I said, the 44 looked like he did an evasive, like, oh, the 11's going to bounce off in front of me. And kind of got a little loose.
I need an opportunity to say it again.
Yeah. He'll get upset with me. If I keep saying that Tony got into the wall, he's going to get upset with me.
Well, I tell you what, Cochran, I think, is resigned to the fact that he's just going to ride the back bumper of that 30 and try to get him out of shape at this point because he's tried on the bottom, and that's just not worked. So now he's just going to ride right on that back bumper.
Or at least wait for an opportunity to try to get to the outside at the 30 minutes instead, for sure. But Ryan Chapman is actually higher than both of them, and he's made his way past Nicholas Moreau. So put Ryan Chapman third, Moreau fourth, Jonathan Atkins fifth, Brendan Polt sixth, Wyatt Huntley seventh, Noah Nicholson up from 29th to 8th. Great job by him. Jacob Quill holding on with those old tires in 9th. And Mayhem, Michael Blackner, and rounding out our top 10 here.
I don't want to glance over what you just said. Did you say that Ryan Chapman was higher than the guys in front of him?
I did. He's running a seam. He's running a seam higher than the two guys in front of him. Because we all know that Tony's probably running the highest on the racetrack. That's why he gets in the wall all the time. He's gonna get mad at me.
Well, I'll tell you what, that 30 is right on the wall through 1 and 2. In the middle of 1 and 2. Doing a good job wrapping that top. But you're right. The 10 of Chapman's right on the back bumper of Cochran now. It's a 3-car battle up front.
I don't know. They're all running the high side here.
By the way, that term is trying about him. High, wide, and handsome that you were looking for.
That's it.
Earlier.
That's the one. That was the one. That was it. High, wide, and handsome.
I'll tell you, Blackner's still trying to get by the Quill machine number 79.
Looks like he might have just. Well, now to get loose.
76. Albertson, or 78 right there behind him.
78, yeah.
Really loose.
Michael makes his way past 78 looking now. Brendan Polt trying to go by Jonathan Atkins for 5th spot.
Yeah, you see some of our playoff drivers there with that blue spoiler. 3 in line right there. You got Polt, Atkins, and Hunley.
And Blackner.
Well, there's a car between
them. Yeah, right. Yeah, as I said that, I got where you were going, and I was like, oops, that came out already. That happens sometimes.
Actually, 4. You got Moreau right there in front of him as well, so.
Well, there's a reason why they're in the playoffs. Isn't that what they say?
Who's they? Who are we talking about?
I don't know. They, whoever they is.
Well,
I don't know. That's why I'm calling them they.
Cochran's still riding the back bumper of Justin Gann, who's led so many laps. A large majority of the laps tonight is at 30. Now Cochran looking a little bit lower than the 30.
I'm telling you, one of these guys has got to start running the low line. If you want to get by him, you got to run a different line.
Here comes the 10 of Chapman, taking advantage of that. Lost a little momentum off the corner, did Cochran. Here comes Chapman to the top.
While that's going on, Brendan Polt has worked his way to the outside of the 15.
Still a race for second.
Wreck. 0-2 on the backstretch.
Noah Nicholson involved. Caution is out. Oh, we got somebody piling in after the fact. I don't know who ran into Hunley there sitting in the track. Nestor involved. Grant Robichaux involved.
I'm seeing
Casey
the
McMullen. Oh, he just stopped. He stopped.
Oh, Tony Solari.
That goes from bad to worse. Let's look at our best one tired auto carry instant replay to see what happened here. That is not the car I needed to see.
This is not the car you're looking for.
Oh, see what happened coming up the corner. It was like the 77. Moved to the... Oh, he ran into the back of Wyatt. And then turns Wyatt and collects both of them as they go off into the corner.
So it looked like there might have been a bit of a checkup in front of Wyatt.
Oh, Tony, just, yeah.
So the 71 is running outside of the 15 and gets into the wall. The 57 slows up, the 02 slows up, and the 77 runs in the back of the 02 because he doesn't see the road slowing down. Maybe the 02, yeah. So yeah, it looks like the checkup, and the 77 didn't see the checkup happening.
Yeah, it's a couple of our playoff drivers. The Tony just comes around the corner and yeah.
And I watched from Tony. He actually slows down. I mean, he goes in the corner at 170 miles an hour, slows down to 100, even below, and yeah, chose wrong.
Right on board. There he is. Let's see what happens here coming through the corner. Back of the O2 gets all out of shape. hard as these cars are to drive down the backstretch, I mean, he just finally loses it there.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
and like I said, if you can't even see the little bit of checkup that happened in front of him.
See what Tony Solari sees going into the corner here. Smoke inside. You know they're coming back up. Right into it. All right. Well, that's brought everybody to pit road. Well, most everybody.
Not everybody. Not everybody.
Are you the 19 stays out?
Yes, he did. Yes, the 19 at Grant Robichaux stayed out. He pitted on lap 40 was the last time he was in.
This is going to be one of those, hey, y'all, watch this moments, isn't it? You got to get the power down on this restart with old tires. But I hope let's practice this.
With nothing but new tires all around him.
Mm-hmm.
No pressure, but he is the leader, so he gets to fire first. So that may make it. That may help him.
All right, let's see it here. Green flag is out. He's putting it down gingerly, doing everything he can. Stacks up the inside though. Oh, and there he goes. Yep,
He kept it off the wall.
I'm sure staying out there on those older tires is the move, but. Who knows? He may not have tires, or maybe trying to save us up. I don't know, but either way, we got a race for the lead. Cochran right on the back bumper with the 30. Justin Gann, he's going to try to get it once again here.
These guys have been battling all race long. I got the opportunity to race with actually 3 to 4 up there last night in the Xfinity Series, and they all put on a great show last night. It was great battling, just like we're seeing right here now.
Those fresh tires, you want to use them when you can, but don't overuse them, don't abuse them. Let's see a race for second. Nicholas Moreau trying to get underneath Cochran.
I'm telling you, somebody's got to try that low line. It will eventually work.
3 different lines, low, middle, high in the turn 1. Here comes Nicholas Moreau trying to get the lead.
He was able to make it past the 92 of Cochran. Let's see if he can get past the 30. Goes down and blocks his lane, but slides up coming out of corner, which is going to give the 15 a run.
Yeah, Moreau to the inside now, the 30 of Justin Gann trying to get this lead away, wrestle the lead away from the 30 as he goes into turn 1. He's going to run that low line.
Clear for the moment.
Oh, is he going to try to move up? Not quite clear.
Not clear enough.
This is where he makes his money down through 3 and 4 here, where the bottom really kind of pays off. Let's see if he can back it up and get a good run off the corner. Not quite.
And 30 gets another good run off the top here. They're side by side, heading down into 1. Pulls, so close to clearing, but just not there yet.
Gotta watch out, they're getting those tires hot too. He's gonna pull back inside. As I say that, he's thinking the same things. Like, I don't want to wear my tires out trying to make this pass here yet. But we are starting to inch towards the finish here.
Yeah, we are, aren't we? Time flies when we're having
Lap
fun.
82 right now, racing to 130.
Ooh, Quill tags the wall. He finally got new tires, Jacob Quill, so he's back on the same set of tires that everybody else is on.
I think Nick's trying to set up a run on the 30 here. Let's see what happens in 1 and 2. Oh, a little bit of a bump into the corner. I'm not sure. I couldn't really tell. I should be careful.
You bumped him?
Wyatt Huntley through the pits.
Yeah, I'm sure he's still getting damage fixed.
He's on the track. I think he had an issue.
Well, he just did get kind of wrecked in the last question. So
here comes 15 back to the inside of the 30.
Just can't get it. So close. They are 2 by 2 behind him back there with Ryan Chapman and a whole bunch of Jonathan Atkins. So they're racing all the way through the top 10 here for sure.
Right on board with the 15 in a row. Let's see if he's decided to kind of settle in here. Sparks coming off the 30 there, coming off the corner. I think he's touching the wall, but he thinks he is. Here he comes to the inside. Trying to hook that bottom. He is one of the cars I've seen that really be able to wrap that white line on the bottom lane.
I'm telling you, it's gonna prevail. I have faith in the bottom line. Back behind him, they're duking it out. Just racing everywhere here. Is it Jonathan Atkins and Michael Blackner are side by side?
Ooh, we got a race for the lead. Nicholas Moreau now to the outside of the 30. Justin, he kind of juked him out going into turn 3, and he moves to the outside of the 30, right on his door as they enter turn 1.
Oh, the 30 tried the slide job, but didn't quite make it. The 15 powers outside.
There goes Moreau to the point.
So he snookered him. I missed the snooker.
Trying to get a run off the top. Move to the bottom. Moreau's not going to worry about that. Into the corner. 30 enters the corner high. Pushes the 15 of Moreau up the track. Into the wall is the 15.
In the wall. Too high. That's why I don't like running up there.
That wasn't nice.
Now, did Nicholas damage his truck at all?
There's an Atkins back here race here in Satcher. This group's still putting on a pretty good race back here.
Quill's trying to collect the 92, and he's trying to work the outside of the 92 for 4th. But back behind all this stuff, we got a big gaggle of trucks all the way back to Corey Atkins and William Lark in 11th and 12th. And Corey having a great comeback. He's looking the outside to 3 wide, coming out of turn 2 here.
In the wall. The one of Atkins in the wall coming off the corner. They're just probably not 3 wide anymore.
Nope.
One of Atkins in the wall again.
I'm about to say maybe a commentator curse here, but the one having a good comeback after having that issue on pit road a couple pit stops ago where he went through the pits and had to come back in again.
Trying to work. Oh, Satcher way up the track there. Oh, and below him, Duranko all out of shape.
We got battles everywhere. Corey is caught to 57. Jonathan Atkins. Ryan Chapman has made his way back up to 6th after having contact with the 19 on that restart.
Blackner having a good run as well in 7th.
Yeah.
Peyton Johnson
trying to find his way.
Peyton Johnson, one of the guys had an issue last week at Darlington. He's having a good run in 8th right now. Just snuck up there in the 8th.
Ooh, Atkins sideways. Saved it. Oof.
Which one?
It doesn't matter. They were both side by side. It was Jonathan. They were side by side. Atkins was going to go by Atkins. Looks like Jonathan has lost a handling on his truck. He's gone to the loose side. Put William Lark and Corey Atkins in front of him.
Atkins pushing Atkins. Oh. Contact in the turn 3.
Atkins on Atkins hate going on there. I don't know what's going to. They got beef. Al Duranko looking on the bottom here. He's trying to work his way into the top 10. Good run for him.
Oh, Kramer into Satcher on the front stretch. He turns Satcher around. Caution is out. Satcher sitting sideways entering turn 1. Oh, and more calamity as he slides down the track, collects the 55 and the 16. And who else is
59
that?
did a good
Chris
job.
Gore. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Gordy, 89 to 55. It looks like that's it. The 59 of O'Connor had a great miss there. Actually, he missed the sliding number 33.
See what happens down the front stretch between Satcher and you're right. You did a good job avoiding accidents, avoidance, and 33 slides down the track and right into the path of a lot of trucks trying to get by.
He initially did a great job of locking the truck down, and then I guess he tried to roll down the track there. Unfortunately, other guys were already down there. All right, we got a bunch of guys in the pits.
You got a few in the pits, but you got a few stayed out too. Ryan Chapman, Alan Duranko to staying out here.
That's an interesting move.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, we still have 34 laps to go, so maybe they're expecting another caution, but it's going to put them behind if they get a late race caution here.
Got some guys coming off pit road deciding to take 2 tires maybe here. I hope not. But you got Nicholas Moreau. You got Nicholas Moreau, Brendan Polt, Michael Blackner, and William Lark coming off pit road in front of the leaders here. But then again, you got guys on old tires out front too, so you're gonna have about 6 trucks in front of our guys that have been leading most of the night.
Well, I mean, so Nicholas comes off pit road first. I can't see him taking 2 tires. In front of him is Wyatt Hunley, who's a lap down, and then Ryan and Alan, who didn't pit. So I don't think anybody took 2 tires. Thank God, because it's way too far for just right sides only.
So Justin Gannon and Jerry Cochran both lost 5 positions on pit road. You may want to find out.
Well, oh, actually, you are right. Nicholas might have taken only right sides. Really? I'm going to go back and double check. He's in. He didn't get tires. He got no tires, fuel only. That is weird.
Polt and Blackner maybe did the same thing because they and even Lark because he jumped them as well.
Yeah, the 71 came in no tire. Neither of them go up. Either side goes up.
All right, well, we'll see what happens on this restart. Ryan Chapman, Alan Duranko decided to stay on track here under this caution. And then you have Brendan Polt, Nicholas Moreau, Michael Blackner, William Lark, who stayed out there or came in but took no tires, I think, on all 4 of those. Oh, boy, here we go. Getting ready for the green flag, the restart here.
I didn't have fuel only on my bingo card.
And they get the power down to get going. Green flag is out. And, boy, we got one up against the wall. Duranko. Oh, it's a stack up into turn 1.
It's like Duranko got into the wall. The 30 made it like 4 wide going in the corner. The 79 and the 30 make their way into turn 3 underneath Brendan Pope. They're already up to second and third, they're going to be past Nicholas Moreau and looking to get by Ryan Chapman going down the front stretch here.
Chapman leads that lap, and I think it's the last one he's going to lead right now as the 30 of Quill goes to the, yeah, that is Quill. Goes to the lead, the 79.
We put Cochran in third. He's come through on fresh tires as well. I'm still confused on why they would not pit or why they would take fresh fuel only, but fresh tires are coming up through.
Battle for the lead, 79 on the inside now of the 30 of Quill. 30's been taking pretty aggressive lines when he's racing around, guys, and I'm sure some of them aren't going to be that happy about that, but we'll let them sort that out as Quill falls back to second.
I'm watching this mess through the from Chapman on back here, from fourth on back. They're too wide. Oh, sideways. There's just new tires coming through, old tires trying not to get run over.
Moreau's stuck in all this because no tires.
Ooh, the 71 got completely loose coming out of that corner as the 78 powers outside of him.
There's the 28 of Bartel on the outside.
We missed Noah Nicholson coming through to fifth on new tires. This has definitely upset the apple cart of the running order. We got Casey McMullen in the 60 making a move underneath Ryan Chapman. Put Casey up to 8th spot. He's on new tires. We got Shad Curran coming through. We got Jonathan Adkins making his way through on new tires. Corey Atkins on new tires.
Ooh, Brennan Polt up high, right up against the one of Corey Atkins. Loose again. Corey comes through. 71 having a hard time hanging on as Blackner's going to look to the inside. Blackner, he's trying to find a way around the 71 of Polt.
Well, Blackner's one of the guys that, he's going to the outside. He's one of the guys that got through only. Ooh, Marshall Johnson right behind him.
Meanwhile, Gant continues to lead over Quill up front. He's actually pulled out a pretty good lead over Quill. Here comes
actually the 92 is outside of him.
Cochran to the outside, and Peyton Johnson trying to follow him.
79 running my bottom line.
See the 30.
Just keep at it, man. It'll come in.
30 in the wall through 1 and 2 right there. He's going to fall back to these guys. He's had a little moment there at 1 and 2, and that's going to cost him a little bit of time.
Guys running the bottom now in 3 and 4.
25 laps to go here at Atlanta for the Atlanta 200, the Sim Racing Points Truck Series in action here tonight, round 2 of the playoffs. And these guys up front, I don't think there's any playoff drivers in the top 5. The top 5 are non-playoff drivers.
Yeah, first one I believe is TJ Bartel.
It is.
Oh, we got 3 wide down the backstretch. Corey Atkins, Marshall Johnson, and James Morris 3 wide going into 3. That's for 12th spot, I think.
Yeah, Atkins are on that top side. They're able to get through. Blackner's still trying to find a way around the 1 of Atkins. Meanwhile, we got a battle for the lead. Peyton Johnson to the I'm sorry, that's a battle for second. He's to the inside of Jerry Cochran. He's going to take that position to move Peyton Johnson to P2.
You didn't seem very as excited for P2 as you would be for the lead. Now, can they run down to 30? The 30 has definitely been the most dominant truck tonight. It's led probably the most laps, but the 18 here coming on strong towards the end. Him and the 92. Looks like they were wrapping the bottom pretty good there.
Marshall Johnson working around the outside of Wayne Grassi there. Maybe for 12th. In front of them is Ryan Chapman.
That last lap, the second, third, and fourth were a tenth quicker than the leader.
They are coming. And like I said, we saw the 30 hit the wall through 1 and 2 there earlier. Gotta wonder if maybe the handling's going away a little bit.
Well, it's getting towards the end, so you can't leave anything out. You got, what, 22 laps to go, so you got to run what you got. This time they were almost 2 tenths faster.
Well, he's in the wall again.
Was.
Or at least I saw Sparks off turn 2.
Oh, he's in the wall going into 3. Looks like he might be. Actually, both trucks look like they're hanging out a little bit there, coming out of 4.
He's right on it going into 1. Peyton to the inside, from that very bottom lane. Here's the 30. Is he in the wall again? I'm seeing Sparks once again.
Yep, I'm seeing the same ones. He's moving down to try to take the air off the 18.
Couldn't quite get there.
If you can get a good run off the bottom there on the bottom, it's a shorter way around as he's looking to the inside of the 30 going into 1.
To the inside and on the outside. Can't quite make it work yet, but he's going to hang out there. He's definitely run him down.
Now it's that old adage, catching him is one thing, passing him is another, but as he's trying to get by him, the 90, it's reeling in the 92 and the 79 into this to make it a 4-car battle for the lead here with 19 to go. Has moved up now.
Yeah, I'm seeing 30 doing some mirror driving for sure. Wants to be exactly where the 18 is. Where's the 18 go this time? He does a little higher entry, tries to turn it down on exit. They come up on a lap car.
Robert Mariki in the 16. You would expect kind of just moves over and lets him go by and does.
Track a little bit, got that fresh air, trying to get the power down. Not quite got enough for him just yet, but he's hanging tough right there.
Man, and those guys that didn't take tires have fallen way down to the bottom of the list here.
And actually, here comes Cochran. Oh, the 18 loose off the corner.
He was just close enough that I think he was going to hit him and tried to stay off him coming out of 4. Side by side.
Well, now the 18's down to the inside of the 30. He loses all that momentum coming off the corner. They're getting sideways. Here comes Cochran to the back bumper.
And put the 79 in this now, too, because he's there. The 18 loose on the bottom.
Yep, Quill right there, too, gets a good run off the corner.
To the inside.
I'll tell you what, they're eating him up right now. Peyton Johnson all over the back bumper. Jacob Quill in third. Peyton Johnson's falling off just a little bit. Looks like he's got it a little loose. Here comes Cochran starting to put pressure on the 30. 30 a little loose off the corner.
Got a little wiggle. Yeah, got a little wiggle out of him. That's what you got to do. You got to loosen him up a little bit.
14 laps to go. Can he hang on for 14 laps? You see him right on the back bumper of the 30. Pushing him off into the corner. The 30 gets a little high there. Ooh, is he going to... Oh, the 30 in the wall. Contact.
Looked like the 30 got loose. And The 92 might have had a little bit of a bumper tag there.
30 really loose. All these guys trying to hang on. Here comes Quill to the outside of Cochran, though. As Cochran gets a little loose, Quill's going to try to take the fight to Gann now.
It's a 4-car battle still. As the
30 in the wall again. 30 in the wall again. Nowhere for Quill to go. As he's side by side with Cochran.
The 18 was in the wall behind them. These guys are definitely running everything they got at this particular moment. With 13 coming to 12 laps to go, as the 79 looks under the 30 going down the front stretch.
30 is loose again coming off the corner. He is really loose coming off the corner. Here comes the Quill on the inside of Gann. Gann moves low to try to take that side force away from the truck as 18 behind him gets on the wall.
Well, he must have gotten the wall pretty good. He did.
Quill still side by side, door to door as they head into 3.
30 drives it in on the outside.
30's been really loose right here. Let's see if Quill can take advantage. He's pretty straight there. 11 laps to go.
92 is back there just trying to lick his lips, trying to see where he can get involved in this.
That's right. He's going to take the high side, try to get this run off the corner. The 30 and the 79 side by side down the backstretch. 79. Ooh, tries to slide right back in, just barely enough room.
That was millimeters. That wasn't even inches. 30 prevails once again to lead another lap.
Quill's going to have to reset here, decide what he wants to do. He goes to the very bottom as the 30 goes to the top side. 30 having a hard time getting the power down off the corner right there. But he prevails right now.
Yeah, even having that issue, the high side is giving him that momentum that you can just carry off all that speed off the corner.
Back bumper's Quill.
Yeah, I thought he might have had a shot to go outside of him.
Yeah, Gann covers that off. Here comes Quill to the bottom there. Trying to wrap that bottom.
Doesn't quite have enough.
Nicholson and
catching
Johnson.
a lap car.
Side by side. Noah's going to prevail there over Peyton Johnson. They're catching a circuit there. He decides to do it. Ben Tracy.
It is Ben Tracy. He's going to stick it up in the high lane. He's going to force these guys to the bottom.
This is going to be bad for Gann coming off the corner. And Tracy sticks aside. Now they're 3 wide with the leaders as Quill goes to the bottom. It's a shallow entry for Quill, though.
Yeah, he had a good run because he was able to come out higher with the 30 having to go underneath Ben Tracy, but still not enough going down the backstretch.
We'll be coming to 6 to go here. As Quill takes that high line, tries to get a run off the corner. Quill goes to the middle. Right on the back bumper of Gann, kind of pushing him going off into the corner.
He's going to get a little bit of a run here going down the backstretch. The 30 got into the wall.
He got loose and got in the wall. Here comes Quill to the inside with a run. Little contact as they go into the corner.
Ooh, the 30 is loose again.
Oh, contact again into the wall. 5 laps to go. Can they survive 5 laps? Here goes Quill. He's going to try to slide. He goes into the corner. Slides up the track. Contact again off the backstretch.
Yeah, the 30 drove it down into one there to try to keep the 79 from getting a run. But got loose coming off the corner. Another lap car up in front of him.
Still side by side. 4 laps to go.
Man, what a battle. This time, I think the 79 got loose coming off the corner, and the 30 clears him.
30 does clear, so he'll go back in the front. Coming by this time by. It's going to be 3 laps to go for these guys.
And don't look now. I don't think he's going to have enough time, but Noah Nicholson is right there in 4th now. A couple car lengths behind the 92.
Off the track and see what happens. Coming up the corner, it's a little sideways, a little loose. He's loose again. Here comes the 79. He's not going to stick it to the inside this time. Going to follow him into 3. Now look to the outside. Get a run off the corner. Here, let's see what happens. All right, there he goes. Run off the corner to the inside. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to figure it out. Is he going to clear him going into 1? He drives down in the corner. He's clear right now. And he does. He's actually going to drive away.
Oh, the 30. 30 got really sideways out of turn 4 there. The 92's got to run on him now.
Quill going to come by. 1 lap to go. At the line. Can he hold off one more lap? And the 30 is wiggling once again. The handling has went away for Gann right now. He's just trying to hang on as Cochran all over the back bumper.
And there's Noah Nicholson, too, trying to pick up a podium here right on the last lap.
But look at the 79. He's driving away. Quill worked him and worked him and worked him and was finally able to get by with 2 laps to go. He's going to come through 3 and 4. He's going to take the win tonight at Atlanta. The Atlanta 200 goes to the 79, Jacob Quill.
He's going to get a little sideways here. He's going to wreck the truck. Well, the tech inspector's not going to like that. Man, I hate that there's some really good battling going on back with Jonathan Atkins and TJ Bartel, but that race up front was too good to miss. But great racing all the way through the field here.
Yeah, Cochran's 3rd. Noah Nicholson does come on in 4th. Peyton Johnson hangs on to 5. His 5th, his handling kind of went away, but Jonathan Atkins up there in 6th in the 57. TJ Bartel finished his 7th. We'll just go through our race results here.
Why don't we just do the race results?
Jacob Quill with the win tonight. The number 79 Toyota gets it done with 2 to go. Makes the final pass on Justin Gann. Gann finishes 2nd, but led the most laps tonight. Just comes home 1 spot short. 3rd place for Jerry Cochran. Good opening run for him. Noah Nicholson comes home in 4th in the number 77. 5th is going to be Peyton Johnson in that number 18. Good rebound from Darlington. 6th place for Jonathan Atkins, 7th for TJ Bartel. Shagkern finishes in 8th, 9th for Cameron Albertson, and 10th goes to Dave Nestor.
Casey McMullen comes home 11th in the number 60, followed by Marshall Johnson in 12th, Lane Grossi in 13th. Mayhem Michael Blackner falls back to 14th on the no tires pit stop there. Corey Atkins 15th, Brendan Polt 16th. Joshua O'Connor comes home 17th. Nicholas Moreau all the way back in 18th. Barry Kramer 19th. And William Lark rounds out the top 20.
Yeah, 21st is going to go to Lewis Maglin. Ben Tracy finishes 22nd. 23rd for James Morris. 24th, Ryan Chapman. 25th, Marty Roberts. 26th, Alan Duranco. 27th, Grant Robichaux. 28th, Robert Malikian. 29th, Wyatt Huntley. 30th, for Donnie Battius, and then 31st will be Wyatt Winterfield. 32nd for Aaron Satcher. You got Chris Gore in 33rd. 34th goes to Tony Solari. 35th, J.P. Burns. 36th for the 27 of Clark Ginnigan. 37th, Johnny Nix. 38th, Brandon Elder. And 39th and last is going to be the Hayden James machine number 01. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk to our top 3 finishers, get their takes, and wrap up things here from Atlanta Motor Speedway here for the Sim Racing Points Truck Series right after this.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
We are Best One.
The best tires.
The best customer service.
The best automotive service.
The best team.
And the best customers. You see, Best One isn't just our name, it's who we are. Since 1948, Best One has been delivering quality and dependable tires and full-service automotive care to our customers. Best One, selling tires, serving people. We are Best One.
Back here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, wrapping up the Sim Racing Points Truck Series Atlanta 200 here on Full Throttle Television. We're going to kick it over to our post-race show and talk to our top 3 finishers of tonight's event. As soon as we can, there they are. There they are. So let's talk to our third place finisher. Newcomer to the league, Jerry Cochran, takes home a third place finish on his opening stint. Jerry, congratulations, man. Third place finish tonight. It was a heck of a battle out there, though, between you, Quill, Gann, and Peyton Johnson there at the end. Just talk about your night.
Yeah, man, we had a good night. You know, I started out strategy. I was going to try to keep a right rear on it, and you know, all the guys were saying you better not fall back too far just because it's going to be so hard to pass. And you know, everybody just fighting for position and trying to get some track position there at the beginning on the fresh tires. And so, yeah, man, we just scratched that from the get-go, and it was pretty much in between running hard and trying to save when you could, you know, whenever you had some breathing room between everybody else. But that was far and few in between. It was definitely on edge, white knuckle all night.
Yeah, it looked like it was a hard-fought battle out there for sure. Just keeping the truck going the right direction. A lot of issues out there trying to get the tires to hook up. But man, it was like I said, it was a hard. You and Gann, and almost at times like you guys were glued together. Man, you were right on his back bumper there, and you said you talked about how hard it's pass. Just talk about the struggles out there trying to make that pass on the bottom. We've seen it so many times, and you just can't carry the momentum off the corner you need to make that pass.
Yeah, it was tough, you know, really about, I'm sure there's other things you could do, but what I felt worked for me and my driving style was like, you know, Gann, if I could take and get tight to him in 1 and 2 and pretty much be pushing him off of 2 and just keep pace with him all the way back to 1 and try to be beside of him off of 4. And by the time we got to 1, just try to drive it in a truck or 2 deeper and just kind of do that slow, lazy slide job, you know, up in front of them. But you couldn't do that on a lot of the guys. You know, a lot of guys knew it was coming, and they would get down on your door and wouldn't allow you to do that. But, you know, you could do that at times. Other than that, man, it was just really you had to get on somebody's outside.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that. That bottom was tough till they got to lap traffic. Lap traffic kind of played a factor there at the end a little bit, but.
Yeah.
But man, again, congratulations though. Third place finish, a podium for your first start here at FTSR. You couldn't probably be I guess you could be two places happier, I guess. But you couldn't be much happier than that, man. Coming home with a third place. Congrats. So I'm going to throw you the mic there and let you do your shout outs and your sponsor plugs.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. I like to start off with thanking you guys, everything y'all do in the booth every week. I know it's a hard job trying to keep up with all these guys, especially a big field like these guys. Everybody in the league, Full Throttle, thanks to everybody for letting me come in and dabble over here and try to get some seat time with these guys. So far, man, it's been a great league. I ran the Xfinity race last night, and it's a lot of tough guys in here. So thanks to everybody here for being over here and letting me come in. Thanks to everybody at Speed Demon for bringing me on and let me run with these guys and try to get faster and learn a little bit more. And special thanks to New South Metals, Grayson J Photography, Third Wave Media. That's all I got. Thank you, guys.
All right. There's your third place finisher tonight, Jerry Cochran, getting it done. We'll see you next week, Jerry.
All right, buddy. Y'all have a good night.
All right. Now we're going to throw it down to our second place finisher. I think who is standing by with Richie Coy. That's going to be Justin Gann.
Yep, I'm standing down here with probably one of the most frustrated and I don't know, just frustrated driver, unhappy. But second place, still a great night tonight. You led the most laps. Definitely had a dominant car all the way up to the very end. What a battle you had there for the lead. Justin, tell us about your night.
I never thought I'd be so disappointed for second place.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Yeah, me and Jacob were down there talking. I mean, we're just glad a caution didn't fall at the end of the day because we would have got destroyed. It'd been way worse than second place if a caution fell there at the end.
Yeah, all those guys that stayed out ended up in the back half of the teens. So tires definitely played an issue there. But what a battle, man. You guys were side by side. You guys were bouncing off loose. There was just everything that you could possibly do to hang on to the lead. What more did you just need to do? Did your handling just go away a little bit there towards the end?
Yeah, I think being in the lead car, everybody's challenging. So you gotta go through, I don't know, 2 or 3 different cars, possibly 4, challenging you for the lead. So you almost got to constantly run hard because it's so hard to pass. I mean, you give up the top side and you're going to get trained. So I think at the end of the day, Jacob was able to sit back long enough to be able to challenge me just enough to get by. I know lap traffic played a little bit of a role there, but I think at the end of the day, he was just going to be faster and end up getting by me anyways. But I'm glad I didn't take us out because there was one time out of 4 where I got really loose and just nailed him in the side. But
he was there to keep you from getting completely sideways. But you wouldn't be the first one. There's a couple of guys that did that loose out of 4. But man, I mean, it's disappointing that you didn't get the win tonight. But you got the win last week. You got second place tonight, which means I'm going to probably guarantee you're leading the C points. So definitely a good opening 2 races here at Full Throttle. So just wanted to give you a shout out for that. And I'm going to open up the floor and let you do any shout outs you got going on there.
yeah, definitely gonna shout out everybody over there at Speed Demon Esports. Everyone that puts this league on, Full Throttle Sim Racing. You guys for putting the broadcast up, and everybody watching. So hopefully it was a good show. Excited to go back and watch it.
Yeah, actually, it was a fantastic race. Usually we try to get a lot of other stuff going on, but you guys up front were putting on such a battle that we just sat there and watched you guys for like the last 20 laps because you were side by side with crossovers and all kinds of stuff. So congratulations, though. I know it's disappointing not getting a win tonight after leading all those laps, but still a great job for you and your team, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Yeah, maybe Cookout will give me a bonus check or something.
All right, well, there's our second place finisher, Justin Gann. Brody, I think you've made your way down to victory lane, and you're down there with our winner, Jacob Quill.
Yeah, he didn't sound too disappointed, Gann. Sounds like he's in pretty good shape, but nowhere near as happy as Quill is down here in victory lane. Jacob, congratulations, man. Once again, what a hard-fought battle that was with Gann there at the end. You guys side by side, lap after lap, working him over on the top, working him over on the bottom, and finally getting it done. And with 2 to go, take the lead and win tonight. Congrats.
That was awesome. I mean, that's one of the better battles I've had on iRacing. So that was incredible. It's just so tough to pass. And it's like if you didn't get the run and just the bottom was just not sufficient enough. But Gan, he was battling up front most of the run early on, and man, it was tough. He was battling early on, burned up his rubber, I think, honestly, and we just laid back and got the truck rolling later on, and we just had so much more exit speed than Gan did, and man, he had a hell of a race. He was great all day, but just somehow we made some adjustments to the truck, and we got this Precision Speed Solutions truck up front.
Well, Jacob, I want to go back to the beginning there. Early on in the race, you decided to pit on one of those cautions and take tires. You went to the back, and then actually, I think you took tires, but then the caution came out like shortly after, and you weren't able to use those tires, and you had to stay out at the stage. Man, talk about at that point. Were you kind of disheartened? Were you thinking, oh, this is probably going to end well, or did you have a plan going forward?
Well, I actually did want the cautions to come out once I pitted, because the truck in that first run was just all over the place, and I had to make some adjustments for it, and we got it under control. I was actually hoping for all those yellows before the stage break, but made it up to P10 before that and stayed out. But turns out 5-lap older tires, when you barely push them, even I wasn't even pushing once the yellows came out for stage, because I was just trying to make them last till then so I can get back up there. And it turns out 4 or 5-lap old tires with not much wear on them, it'll send you all the way to the back, and it did on that second run. So,
yeah, we were talking in the broadcast about stories about people telling people not to even roll new tires around in the garage at places like Darlington or even like this old Atlanta, where they didn't want to wear the tire. They won't wear the tire. They don't even want you to put like rolling wear on it. So this is like it's kind of the case here tonight. And you talk about you and Quill battling there, man. There was a couple times he got extremely loose right there in front of you. A couple times you guys are actually dooring, man. Talk about the hard fought, like the battle there at the end, just trying to make that pass. There was like 2 or 3 laps in a row. You guys were kind of banging doors there. I don't know if you were laughing or like, oh man, this is close.
Talking about it in the post-race room. He was talking about it. At the moment, I was like, what the hell was that? It was the door, and I was like, that was some good racing. I mean, I don't know, I knew I was better than him off exit. I did a better job with the tires, and he just fell a little short, just got unlucky with the lap traffic coming in front, and then I was able to take advantage on the top, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to get a pass done on the bottom. Only way I was going to get done on the bottom was a slide job, and I tried it once, but it plowed up the track instantly, so that was a no-go. So I went back in the line and just searched at the top the entire time, formed run speed, and yeah, we got him on that front stretch. I thought we was going to be a lot closer than that out of 2, but I don't know what happened to him, but he ran. He was incredible.
He was struggling for a little grip on exit, I believe. He was sideways several times coming off the corner. So I don't know if the handling went away, the track changed or what. But man, again, congratulations! What a show! And Quilt, Gan talked about going back and looking at the watching the broadcast. It was definitely a show. You guys put on the show tonight. So again, congrats! I'm gonna pass it to Richie right quick there. I almost forgot.
You always pass it to me after you take all the good questions. But I just wanted to give you a shout out for putting on a great race. We have lots of guys in chat that are saying that it was an awesome race, and it absolutely was. Definitely congratulations. What were you thinking when you guys started catching that lap traffic? Were you hoping that they would do it, kind of what they did, which was kind of affect the lead car there, so you can get that run? Did you use them? Was that your advantage there at the end to make that run?
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's why I pulled out a line on the front stretch, just to try and get a little bit of a tow from the lap car in front of me, so I could, get as deep into turn 1 as we could, and it worked out. I mean, those lap cars were they were getting there. I mean, obviously in the next gen, you're going to see a lot more 30 air effects of lap cars, and the trucks, it's a little more lenient, more so you're going to get loose, which that's not what the 30 needed. But I mean, it was, I don't know, lap car or not, we were so fast at the end, and man, even with the lap cars definitely helped out though.
All right, man. Well, again, congratulations tonight on the win. You knocked that off the to-do list. I guess you got the win at Darlington a couple nights ago, so you got the truck race tonight as well. So, man, congrats on winning round 2, and we'll see you next week as we head to Bristol.
All right, great.
All right, we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
There's your winner tonight, Jacob Quill. Didn't sound like he was too interested in Bristol, though, Richie.
You either love Bristol or you hate Bristol. It's one of those tracks. And actually, me being a short tracker person, that's actually one of my least favorite short tracks.
I love racing at Bristol. I don't necessarily
See?
like driving Bristol. It's all right. I guess I've won there in trucks. I've done it before, and it's a fun track. It is fun. It can also be very dangerous for some of these guys in the playoffs going into that week, trying to make the cutoff. So that's going to be interesting to watch some of these guys, who's able to prevail, who's able to miss the carnage and come out on top there at Bristol. You can catch all the action from Bristol next Wednesday night, 9 p.m. right here on Full Throttle Television. Make sure to tune in. Join us on the broadcast as we watch another exciting race. Man, tonight, Richie, though, what a race these guys have put on there at the end. A pass for the lead with 2 to go here at Old Atlanta. I think Old Atlanta, it may be better than New Atlanta. Go figure.
Well, I would have never. See, again, you don't want to ask me these questions because I would have been. I never would have reconfigured it into what it is now. I would have kept this as it is. I would have kept it with the old asphalt, and because it has so much character. Tracks like this have just so much character, and they put on such good racing.
Yeah, and the good thing is our drivers have character too. I love hearing them talk about the beating and banging and how I was upset in the moment, but he's like, "Oh, sorry, I was getting loose." A lot of fun, a lot of action, a lot of excitement happened out there with 39 drivers on track. You can bet every range of emotion was felt tonight at Atlanta. Well, these guys put on a great show tonight. We look forward to another great show next Wednesday night at 9 p.m. But that's going to do it for us here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. The Atlanta 200 in the books. Jacob Quill getting the win tonight. Round 2 complete of the playoffs. We headed to Bristol next Wednesday. We'll see you then. For everybody at Full Throttle Television, for Richie Coy, my name's Brody Hanna. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed like we did. We'll see you next Wednesday from Bristol.